Stream's a little choppy, but we can manage. Anyway, we got some good old classic Parched Brook action. With the reinforced wall that needs 3 bomb rocks, and is getting 3 bomb rocks for, I believe SBU is the Hogutations right now. We'll go with that. I think Endo is trying to do some crazy Slurker shenanigans in the practice round. The thing about Ender and SBU is when they're playing against each other, they got very similar playstyle. I mean, you kind of expect that at a high enough level, and well, Ender and SBU basically single-handedly, double-handedly. Anyway, they are they pretty much are just the two of them. High-level Sprout House action, high-level Pikmin 2. Battle mode. No, and Pikmin 3. And Pikmin 3. Don't forget Pikmin 3 as well. Because we're playing Pikmin 3. I don't know why I said Pikmin 2 first. Anyway. If SVU is indeed player 2, then he's brought in the Watery Blowhog already. Looking for someone to throw the bomb, using it to get that blue marble unearthed quickly. It looks like... Just a second. Oh, I was wrong. I think. Well, Cherno's telling me that SBU is player 1 and Ender is player 2. That's good, because I hadn't actually called it for either of them at that point. I was just going off my guesses. But now we know. I think. So, if Cherno's right and SBU is player 1, then it looks like he's trying to go for row 4 and Ender's going for row 1. Ender could also go for column 2 here. Also column 1, given he's getting the Wollywog. And we have SBU, if Cherno's right. I'm just gonna go with SBU doing that one. Back up top with some more bomb rocks. Getting the spicy on the blue marble. And picking up the Sunseed. Looks like he has a plan. And that plan is to go for the bottom left to top right diagonal. We don't often see wins with diagonals, but it happens. Wow. Bombs and spices from both sides. This is what you can only really expect from these two. As Ender manages to take SBU's victory from him. At least it's looking that way right now. Ender trying to go for a DSL. Gets it. But he also throws down his mine. Not sure if that was accidental or deliberate. But yeah, Ender could win with the Citrus Lump, and he could win with the DSL, which is on its way right now. And there you have it. A win with the Desiccated Skitterleaf. I call it the DSL because its name is long. So we can get a confirmation, a definitive... Yeah. Okay. Yes, Cherno was right. So in that case, Ender 1, SBU 0. Red or orange, Whip Tongue or Bulldog. There's a ball this lab. And they're arranged in such a way such that SBU needs 2 of them to complete row 1. And Ender also needs 2 of them to complete row 1, or to complete column 2. Potentially dangerous confrontations are unavoidable in either case, should they choose to go for those. However, SBU's row 2... Well, no, SBU's column 4 doesn't require any enemies to be killed. However, every single one of Ender's possible lingos requires him to seek and kill an enemy. However, for row 4 specifically, that is just wallball. Nothing you can't. In any case, SBU is currently going for the Whip Tongue, charging it from the back rather than from the front. A bit unusual, but it worked. And getting his Pikmin together, waiting for the leaves to catch up with the flowers. And he's going for the orange Bulbor. Can he get it in one before it shakes? No, he can't. But still, he came pretty close. Down it goes, and he can intercept SBU's Citrus Lump while he's at it. And now it's going home for Ender, unless SBU can intercept the intercept. But SBU seems to be a bit busy with that Bulbad for things like that right now. As Ender's also getting away with that orange Bulborb. Not only is all this the case, but the second Citrus Lump is right in Ender's crosshairs right now, in a very literal sense. And if Ender gets that one as well, then SBU is not going to be able to complete column 4, row 4, or the top left to bottom right diagonal. In other words, it takes 3 options away from him. But SBU may not need those 3 options, as it doesn't look like he's going for column 4 or row 4 anyway. The only thing he has in right now is the Whip Tongue, as he loses some Pikmin to the Rock Storm, but luckily SBU can. And SBU is the first to break into the Bulbor Zone. Meanwhile, Ender is busy tracking down that Whip Tongue so he can get one of his own. Ender taking it from the front so that he can get the eye shots that he needs to prevent any Pikmin from being killed. Unfortunately, wait, he manages to save those Pikmin the Whip Tongue whipped up with its tongue. Just in time. Mere milliseconds before consumption. Now, SBU only needs the Sunseed Berry. I've been too busy following Ender to see if he already picked it up. Well, no. The Pikmin would be chanting if he'd already picked it up. This means it's still anyone's game. They both need to be hot on their heels, looking for that Sunseed. And SBU's very hot on his heels. So hot, in fact, he's spicy on his heels. But there it is, the Sunseed Berry. Ender went straight past it. It was in a crystal. He may not have he hasn't realized. He doesn't know. Maybe he just figured it out. Okay, no, he didn't. Either he has no idea that he just passed the one thing SBU needs to win, Or he somehow thinks that this Bulber has a higher priority. SBU may have seen that the location of the Sunseed Berry, and so he may be trying to find his way towards it himself now. The lucky marble from the cherry for SBU might be able to win him this. It doesn't. But still, it makes things easier for him if Ender does eventually figure out that that's where the Sunseed was and collects it. But Ender seems too busy bringing that Bulbear home. And SBU is trying to steal the insect condo that Ender had previously grabbed. If he manages to pick it up, given that he's already collected one, this means Ender will not be able to use an insect condo to win. Ender gets home, but it's a bit late for that. He still has some of his Pikmin on the condo, and he could use that to his advantage by pulling him off to grow his numbers in his squad, and use that to turn things around. SBU's Rock Storm sets him back a bit. And it looks like that apple is in for SBU. And so is the red marble, denying Ender. Wait a minute. The condo hasn't gone no sign, so there's still an insect condo somewhere on the map. But Ender's priority, well, I'd say priority numero uno should be that Sunseed Berry, but Ender still doesn't know where it is. He still doesn't know that it was right back there where he passed it the whole time. This is one of those moments where participants not being able to hear the commentary is very important. But SBU, nonetheless, is right back at Ender's base, as Ender has discovered the one thing he needs to win. Inside inside that crystal, is the Disguised Delicacy, which will be his if SBU doesn't get there quick enough. The orange Bulborb fails to make its play, so this means only SBU can make one now. Except no, we can't. It's too late. It looks like Ender didn't even need to know where it was. Ender, 2. SBU, 0. Oh, this is bad. I don't know if I'll be able to commentate the whole thing. These stomach aches happen from time to time. But I'll try. This layout specifically is a very fast one. SBU has already lured the orange Bulborb to his side of Gap. It's a good thing there are no macaroons, because this could have been over in seconds otherwise. But look how quickly everything's going. The orange Bulborb is still at large, but neither participant really wants to do anything about it for now. They're too busy going after the easy pickings. It looks like Ender now only needs a white Spectralid to win. One of the easy ones to grab is one SBU already. Wait a minute. It still hasn't gone in. SBU brought down a white Spectralid, but it didn't go in. This means Ender could steal it, if he can figure out where it is. Maybe it's around where the orange Bulborb is. I mean, that would be my guess. Ender's probably looking as well. I think he knows. I think he noticed. But it doesn't seem to be there. So where did it go? I'm wondering now. The red Bulborb wakes up, but this is of no real consequence right now. Because Ender's already won this one with that Sunseed Berry. Ender 3, SBU 0. This layout has electric gates where we've previously had reinforced walls. Not only that, but this layout has a burrowing Snagret and something inside of it. We can't see what it is until the Snagret is killed. But with yellows as the starting Pikmin type, grabbing things should be easy enough. That increased throw height will come in handy for stuff like that. No more tricky ledges that you barely land Pikmin on. Not with yellows, that doesn't happen. SBU committing a lot of yellows to the gate, while Ender is going further afield by other means. Never mind. Ender saying that I'm all to tap away at the gate, as SBU gets his down. Crawmad got lucky. Maybe not so lucky next time. And Ender's gate is down now as well. Ender sees the lemon, but SBU saw it first. That Crawmad is angry. Except for whatever passes for blood in a Pikmin. Well, it's dead now. The mine was dropped but not set. Whoever picks it up gets to set it and force the opponent to retreat, thus giving them a crucial time window to secure the Crawmad. It looks like that will be Ender, but he chooses to use the mine for other purposes, seeing that SVU has already vacated the area. Ender plans to use the mine well, we don't know yet. We're still seeing what trick he might have up his sleeve with the mine. SVU just needs an Amp Rat. I think Ender is looking to speed kill it before SVU can find it. Well, there's one up the top on Ender's side. I'm not sure if SVU has one up on his. But knowing this layout as well as I do, which is admittedly not much, that probably is the only Amp Rat. Ender can deny SBU the win by quickly killing it with a mine and whisking it back to the onion. But I don't think he's caught on to that yet, or if he has, then just like last time, he might have other priorities. He uses the mine to kill the Crawmad. A wasted opportunity, in my opinion. But it doesn't look like SBU is thinking about that Amp Rat right now. Anyway, SBU just needs the DSL, which he's already got. Ender knows. He knows. He is on the move. He's moving. But I don't think he's moving fast enough. Nope, he can't move. He can't move fast enough to stop that. Ender 3, SBU 1. Once again, we have the 4 types of Bulborb layout. Ender has spawned unusually close to the Bulborb zone. I like calling it that. Even that this is seemingly where all of the red Bulborbs are located. If Ender rushes the Bulborb zone and grabs all of them, then that denies SBU column 1, column 4, and row 2. A nice little H shape. The forbidden H. But the H is only forbidden if Ender collects everything in the Bulborb zone and doesn't choose to focus on other things instead, which is what he seems to be doing. By other things, I mean that orange Bulborb, which SBU is waiting in the wings to intercept. He is here. And he emerges out of the wings with the mine, which Ender runs away from so as not to detonate. And now it's a standoff! Who will back down and who will go for it? Ender goes for it. Interesting. Because the battle mine only detonates when a leader gets near it, this means Ender was able to set it off in a controlled manner after the Pikmin carrying the orange Bulborb had already vacated the area. SBU's little gambit there failed to do anything for him. But that doesn't matter right now, because he has already moved away. Meanwhile, Ender intercepts SBU's Citrus Lump and has a mine of his own. He perhaps do something like that back, and perhaps this time it'll work. In comes the Citrus Lump, and it looks like Ender is trying to get... Ender is in a strong position to complete row 4. He uses the mine on the Whip Tongue to bring it down, and rather conveniently, the Dream Drop is just behind it in a crystal. SBU has entered the Bulborb zone. But this is the least... But this is one of the places he needs to be the least. I mean, Ender's passing by it. But on the other side, SBU needs to wise up to this, or he's through. He's on the move. He senses something is wrong. But it's too late. The Whip Tongue's already in, which means SBU's fate is sealed. Will it be the dreaded marble layout? No, it's not. Good. If I'm not mistaken, this is the good old layout where potatoes beat... It always brings me back to that moment. In the Cosmic Drive Cup 2, first round of the first match, Potatoes versus Possess, and this is the layout it was on, I believe. One interesting feature of this layout is the 6 bomb rocks right there just up for grabs. And the 4 on the other side. That doesn't seem very fair. Not sure if that's a bug or just bad map design. But in any case, Ender's wings are having a bit of a tough time with the sheer wings. The bomb is live, and it brings down the orange Bulborb without catching in the crossfire. The wings carrying Slooch. And so Slooch is in, and in combination with that orange Bulborb, it serves to make both column 3 and row 3 possibilities. It lands to help complete column 3. If it landed in row 3, that would have been better for Ender, because that would have also helped with column 4. But column 4 is unavailable anyway, given that SPU is taking the citrus line. It's 3-3 on the bingo card, as Ender is making his play for the insect condo, and SPU is getting squished. Not that that affected him, because all he had on him was a wing, who unfortunately did manage to get crushed. Ender trying to use the Bomb Rock against the Amp Rat, but he misses the first one. Might miss the second one. Doesn't miss the second one. He hits the second one, but he kills his wings carrying the yellow marble in the process. Meanwhile, SVU is trying to go for the red Bulborb without sending Pikmin into the infinite void below. If you ask me, wings should not be able to be thrown off the map. The thing about wings is, despite their supreme maneuverability, they only have 5 attack compared to the red Pikmin's 15. SBU now just needs the Dwarf Bulborb. It's all done. Right here. It's done. It's finished. Ender, 4. SBU, 2. Marble layout. Marble layout. Oh, come. Yes. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, except, well, everyone's been waiting for it, but not everyone has been hoping for it. Most people have been dreading it. But nonetheless, we have it. Introducing the marble layout. 4 blue marbles, 4 yellow marbles, and 4 red marbles. Where the luck of the draw matters more than anything else. When you vote for Corroded Maze, you vote knowing that you're making a gamble that you do not get this layout. But SBU seems to have a peculiar bingo card layout where he doesn't need any marbles to win. He can just get 2 orange Bulborbs, a red Bulborb, and a dwarf red Bulborb. And the second orange Bulborb is already on the way for SBU. Ender needs to intercept it ASAP, or he is finished. He's on the way, but I don't think he's going to get there in time. He could, but I don't think he will. I mean, he arrives, but his Pikmin don't get it. He gets there in time, but his Pikmin don't. Not only did SBU manage to beat Ender this round, but he managed to beat the marble layout itself. He managed to go up to it and prove a point. Ender, 4. SBU, 3. That pellet posy being difficult. The pallet posy that wouldn't die. Except it did, eventually. It's a very fruity layout. Only 2 spaces that are actually enemies. The rest is all kinds of delicious fruit. Well, I can't imagine gold is that delicious. I don't know, maybe you're into that. Maybe you like the taste of gold. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe the golden sunseed is an actual strawberry. It's just covered in like some sort of. It's like covered in like gold leaf or whatever. Just super like gourmet kind of fruit. Looks like they're both going for Bulbobs at the same time. Down goes the big one without any deaths, but the dwarves do manage to get their fill before they die. And wow, Ender's making off not only with a big one of the dwarves, but he also gets the chance for the portable sunset and the insect condo. Both of which are nearby. I mean, all sorts of things are nearby. SBU breaks out his yellows, determined to even the score out. As he secures the red marble off the top of its precarious position. SBU Spices, having got a spicy from somewhere, makes his play for the condo. And the Sunseed. The regular Sunseed, not the golden Sunseed. He finds himself next to the dusk pustules. And he's got the slapstick crescent right next to him in his base. Unfortunately for Ender's view, it looks like Ender's already won this one, and it's not going to be as close as we all thought it could be. It's over! Ender, with a final score of 5-3, has won the match. For real this time, by the way. Here it ends. That is the last we'll see of the flower bracket. With this victory that Ender's managed to pull off, he becomes one of our grand finalists. Meanwhile, SBU awaits the one opponent to make it out, to claw their way all the way out of the Leaf bracket in the silver match. Tomorrow, we'll be holding Chono versus Yen in the Leaf bracket semi-final 2. Once that is concluded, the match to decide who SBU faces will be taking place. Until then, stay tuned!